Hello class. So let's look at an example of scale diagrams. So Burj Khalifa in Dubai is the tallest building on Earth. It has a height of 830 meters. So let's answer a few questions about this. So here we have a drawing of Burj Khalifa. It is measured at 83 centimeters. This is the height for Burj Khalifa is 83 centimeters. As we can see in the diagram right here. So that's the height of the building is 8.3 centimeters, and we know in real life the actual diagram is 83 centimeters. So 830 meters in actuality in real life, 8.3 centimeters in the drawing. So this is the scale diagram. So this is here is the scale diagram. Okay, so first question, is the scale diagram an enlargement or reduction? Obviously, tallest building in the world is not going to fit in the palm of our hands. So in this case here, we are going to say it is a reduction right away. It's a drawing of a real building, the tallest building on the planet too. So based on the answer for part A, or the first question right here, do you expect the answer to be greater than or less than 1? So we said before in the previous section that if it is a reduction, the value is going to be less than 1. So in this case, we're going to say it is going to be less than 1 because it is a reduction. Okay. Because it is a reduction. Okay, so let's look at more math questions here. So what is the height of Burj Khalifa in centimeters? So be careful here. So here we have 8.3 centimeters. However, the height the actual height is 830 meters. Okay, so we need to convert them to the same units. Either convert the 8.3 centimeters to meters or the 830 meters to centimeters. As long as you have the same units, you're fine. Okay, it doesn't really matter. Since the question is asking us to convert the height to centimeters, let's use that one. So we know we have 1 meter equals 100 centimeters. Okay, so we have to go from 830 meters. So let's call H A for actual is going to be 830 meters, and then you can multiply by the fraction. We want to end up with centimeters, so we have the 100 centimeters on top and 1 meter on the bottom. Okay, pretty much we're multiplying by 100 here. So when you multiply by 100, you're going to end up with 83,000 centimeters. That's very important to use units. This is a metric unit, of course, centimeters, because a lot of times you are going to end up with inches and feet, and make sure that we convert every question to the same units before we find the scale factor. Last question here, it says find the scale factor. So the scale factor, we know it's going to be less than 1. If you get anything over 1, you know you have a mistake. So be careful. Always check your work before you you decide to go with it. So we know the scale factor formula. Scale factor equals length of scale over length of actual diagram, scale diagram, whatever you want to say. But the length on the scale over the actual the length actual and over the actual diagram or the object. Be careful when here we're talking about the height, so you can't compare the height with the width or the or the length of an object. So be careful to always compare like sides. So if you're talking about hypotenuse of a triangle, you're always using the hypotenuse compared to the hypotenuse of its scale diagram. So finally we put the numbers in, so that will equal the length of scale diagram. We have 8.3 centimeters divided by the length of the actual, which is 83,000 centimeters. Okay, and when you divide that on the calculator, you're gonna end up with 8.3 divided by 83000. You end up with 0.0001. So this is your scale factor, which is not surprising. Again, this is a huge building, almost a kilometer long, and we're drawing it in 8.3 centimeters.